Now, Ray, what are you going to do with your two Dodge drivers next year if they do something like that?
Well, as we saw earlier today, that meeting that Joe Gibbs had with Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart, I believe Richard Childress will have a meeting like that with Dale Earnhardt and with Mike Skinner, because that right front is going to hurt the performance of Dale Earnhardt's car. And I think maybe the right front tire is going down on Earnhardt's car. Watch as Labonte goes by for a second spot. Earnhardt is off the pace as Rusty Wallace comes up for the position. And also the 6th car, Mark Martin. That fender is bent in pretty far on the right front base, so it's not only hurting it aerodynamically, it could be rubbing in the corner, which will upset Dale Earnhardt. Here's a replay from Mike Skinner's bumper cam. Just that little bit, but those fenders are flared out. They're knocked out to get that downforce, and it's knocked it in and hurt Earnhardt's handling performance. John Kernan.
And I'm with his car owner and also Skinner's car owner, Richard Childress. Richard, first of all, how bad do you think the damage is on Earnhardt's right front after that contact with Skinner?
Well, we couldn't tell. He just asked. We got our spotters looking. It definitely hurt the front end arms pretty good.
You're going to have a meeting with those guys and discuss it?
Hey, they're big boys. They know what racing's all about.
Back upstairs.
Richard Childress, the owner of both the 3 and the 31, and that has put Dale Earnhardt back in the 4th position. Now he loses that spot, or almost, to Jeff Gordon there in the 24.
And Skinner is just checked out once he and Earnhardt made that contact. And Bobby Labonte spent a couple laps trying to get by Dale Earnhardt. That's Labonte, the 18 car, followed closely by Rusty Wallace. Skinner is just checked out on this group.
Last lap, 184.695 for Mike Skinner, and a car in the wall. 75 of Wally Dallenbach again. He spun earlier in the race coming off corner number 4. This time it's wall contact. And now Earnhardt perhaps can come in and get that fender flared out that he bent in. Meanwhile, it is going to bring out our 6th caution.
Come on hard, come on hard, come on hard. Right up high here now.
That was a spotter for Sterling Marlin telling him to come hard and try to get the lap back, but he did not.
It's Keith Simmons, the chief engine builder for Sadco. John Kernan.
And this is a good break for Earnhardt. They've already made plans. As soon as pit road opens, they will come on pit road, change tires, pull that right front fender out. The spotter had told him, and now he's waving his fist at Mike Skinner out there on the racetrack. So maybe we might have a nice little rivalry develop right there. But Earnhardt will pit just as soon as he can, and they'll pull that right front fender out. And the spotter has told him a couple laps ago before the spin by Wally Dallenbach that it didn't look like it was that bad to him. So they're glad to have this caution and get to work on the car a little bit. Maybe they can get it back to close to the same shape that it was before the contact.
All right, Ray, these cars have only run 8 or 9 laps on these tires. Do they stop, or do they give up that track position? What do you think?
Well, not everybody has to pit, but if you're Dale Earnhardt, you need to come in and fix that. There's only 10 cars on the lead lap, so we might go ahead and see the leaders pit, but they can make it on one more stop from here.
And Earnhardt was very animated when he came up alongside his teammate Mike Skinner. Watch the fist waving.
I think he was just asking him to take a look at the right front fender on his car and let him know how bad it was.
Oh, yeah. How about my fender?
There it is.
Yeah, see, he's pointing, but it's probably, no, I don't think so, Ray. I think he's pointing to Skinner and say, look, don't be blocking me anymore.
John Kernan.
They've already used a hammer to beat that right front fender out. Actually, it looked like it was just pushed straight in, so all they had to do was push it back out. Now, I can't see from my vantage point on this side of pit road how successful they were in doing that, but they did take a hammer and beat on it. Now they're going back over to look at the fender again. They're pulling on it, and Kevin Hamlin telling the crew, make sure that you get the fender good. So they're looking on both sides now. They're finally finished with the work. Dale Earnhardt is headed down pit road toward where Skinner is pitted, and that's where Jerry Punch is with his crew chief.
Larry McReynolds talking to his driver, Mike Skinner, trying to calm him down. And I know Larry Mike told you a moment ago he thinks his teammate Earnhardt a little mad at him.
Well, you know, I don't know if they got together, but like I told him, we're racing our race. We got 112 laps to go. We don't see any other car numbers, any other car color. It's a chance for this Lowe's team to get their first win today, but it is Atlanta. and it is 100-something laps to go. So we just got to keep running the race that we've run these first 213 laps.
Your car awfully good. Any significant adjustments? You got one more stop left here. Will you change anything? I mean, you haven't changed much at all today.
No, we really hadn't, you know. We learned a lot from the Busch race. This racetrack, the balance don't really change on it. When it's this cooler weather, it's just like it just runs faster. So we learned from last night, and just trying to keep the same stagger. I know radials are all the same size, but they do vary a little bit. That's the biggest thing we're trying to do.
Good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
Larry McReynolds trying to keep his driver calm, very concerned when he learned leading over and saw Earnhardt shaking his fist at Mike Skinner.
23 wins as a crew chief for Larry McReynolds, but none since with Dale Earnhardt in 1998. The car of Wally Dallenbach is still on the racetrack. We are under caution. Allows us to take another break with 214 laps completed. Back in Atlanta after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
We need to establish that if we can. Did anybody see Dallenbach get out of his car? Walked away good. Thank you. We can say that.
Oh, good.
Mark also chose to come in second time around, Benny.
He did, huh?
Yeah.
Those guys running the top 10 really don't have that much to lose, do they?
No, no, because you know everybody, they can make it on one more stop from here, but they might as well come in and get fresh tires. If you're in the bottom 5 of that, you might as well come back in if your car's not good enough to get up there anyway.
Okay.
16 cars in again with the rear end jacked up.
He must keep breaking axles, huh?
Something. Earnhardt says, you know, boys, I'm a little tight. Let's get a little extra now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he hit a tire with the left front.
What did he come back in for? Just to pull that fender out again?
Keep working on that.
Say it again.
Get it perfect. He probably felt he has a car good enough to win. Still plenty of time.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
The NASCAR's really proud of an order like that.
Yeah, really.
They have scanners too.
Rusty again, I believe. They must really have some low air pressure. Can you guess, Ray?
Didn't see the smoke. Come left side.
Looked like it.
Could have a valve seal or something a little bit, Benny. Was come out the exhaust maybe?
Still under caution here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Dale Earnhardt has been on pit road a couple of times during this caution period, and again we document how close and tight it is on pit road. Watch this. Oh,
the tire carrier for Darrell Waltrip's going around with a tire for the right front. Earnhardt clips that tire and knocks it out of his hand with his left front. I think the guys are just going around to make sure that that right front fender is going to be okay. We see some tools around there making sure that the flare is back out.
Earnhardt's son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., has been in the wall a second time. There it is. He's back in the 37th position, 18 laps down.